Okay, so we were just looking at the nice lady's Sprinter van conversion, and the connection to her DC-DC charger is all disintegrated. The wire has just fried. So I have isolated the wire, disconnected it from the DC charger, and the wire is dead. And she's going to take it back to her conversion place to have it repaired. And so anyway, found the connection up here in her battery. Then I'll just take a real quick look back here at the setup she's got.
What did you do?
What? Oh, well, I didn't do anything, but so this is the connection for it here. And you can see it's got a 60 amp fuse in it. And we're looking at this connection here. And we're trying to decide if you look at the hole for the screw on the fuse holder, you can see that it is has black all over it, and so we're just kind of wondering if it had like tape or shrink wrap or something over it that prevented it from getting good contact. And so then, without good contact, it began to arc. And then arcing creates carbon, and more carbon creates more heat, and then you get wires that fry like that.
Wonder why the fuse didn't blow.
The fuse, well, you know, actually, it's blown, but at some point it didn't blow, and or it didn't blow until it got pretty bad. Or actually, I could test it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it ever did blow, because it's actually, I think, the wires that went.
We'll test it out later.
Yeah, well, I got my meter right here. Yeah, let's just for kicks.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, or something like that.
Or something like that.
Yeah, or pie and ice cream.
Pie and ice cream, yeah.
Don't believe him, he caught the pie and ice cream. He was telling me that yesterday. He never showed up.
Well, don't.
He's all flat.
I laid down to take a nap, and man,
Okay, well.
So much for YouTube editing.
Okay, well, the fuse.
What did we pay you for?
The fuse did officially blow.
with my camera because I needed a little more content.
Yeah.
Is it? Wait a minute. Are you up here gathering content? Well, why didn't you say so?
Exactly. Give him one of your smiles.
Oh, hey, should I show some leg?
Yeah.
Try to get those ratings up.
Now, what so the fuse did blow.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, it really should have blown a long time ago.
Maybe it did. Because it wasn't, the DC-DC charger wasn't working in December.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another thing that we're taking issue with is, so here's the connection for the DC charger. This is the wire in. This is the wire that comes to it, and it should have really been a red wire. And so whoever installed it, they weren't really paying close attention to color code on wiring. Okay. So we've got this, here's negative, and that should be a black wire going to the, this is the inverter and the charger.
Oh, you're doing your video.
Yeah. Everybody's doing video.
Yeah, no, please. Yeah, please.
And so then this wire here going to the shunt, which goes to the negative terminal of the battery down there, should have also been a black wire. You know, the wires on the negative side are black, and the wires on the positive side are red. That's automotive wiring, and there are instances where RV wiring becomes like residential wiring, so you have a black hot and a white neutral, but we don't have any of that in here. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we have, see, here's the ground block here for all of the DC circuit returns, and then we have red wire coming off of that, and what else? Oh yeah, we have the battery, positive is red, negative is black. And then over here we have the solar coming in, the negative is red and the positive is black. So they've got that reversed also. And so yeah, anyway, there's a couple of things that need to get tended to, but right now we have the wires disconnected from the system, disconnected from the battery, so she's totally safe. There's nothing to worry about now, and I just got to go back to the place of manufacture and have the thing addressed. And so this needs to be tested and find out if it's right, or if the crimp connection on the cable at the battery was a bad crimp and shorting out and getting hot because of a bad connection. Okay, so that's it for now. Just a quick electrical update. Okay. So we have the fuse all hooked up again here. There's a 60 amp fuse inside of this. We were able to reuse the old fuse block. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, so the wire, I can feel that this wire is warm. So, yeah, she's going to need to get a new wire installed for this. I installed an industrial type of battery cable connector, and it took a triple crimp on it, so the connection from the terminal connector to the wire is very good, but the wire has some corrosion and it's burnt and it needs to be replaced, and she's going to get that taken care of soon. Alright, we're over here looking at Laura's DC charger connection, and it looks alright. Look through here, and you can see that the fuse is still good. It's not blown, burned out, so that's good. And the wiring is looking good.
The other rednecky guy from...
Oh, he's a little heavier set.
Okay, I'm going to add a little more tape in here just because. What?
Did the comment.
Okay, so we have her terminals taped in just a little bit inside of the terminal block, and then we taped over the terminal block because it tends to pop apart, and you don't want those bare electrical ends floating around in there where they can do something naughty. So, all right, I think we're good to go. I'm gonna slip the cover back on. I put a piece of split loom over the hot positive wire going up there under the cover so that it has a little bit of rub protection. And we are set. So I'm going to screw this all together and we are done. She's going to get a new 4-gauge red wire from the battery back to her 50 amp charger. That's how mine is. Mine doesn't get hot, hers does. Okay. We have been getting some fantastic sunsets down here at near Quartzsite, and just look at those brilliant reds. So we had a really nice group at the campfire, and just enjoying the flames. This is a slow motion of the campfire. So, okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. The charge system is working. We've got her all set up. She is going back home tomorrow afternoon, and should be okay. She's going to go to the van builder and have a new 4-gauge wire installed. 4-gauge because it is a longer wire with a 50 amp current running through it. 6-gauge is at the limit for that, and 4-gauge will handle that current load much better. The 6-gauge from the charge controller in the van is a short, about a foot long wire, and it just doesn't have very much resistance in the length of a foot, so it's not going to build heat like the long wire with more resistance will when it's at its maximum 50 amp current load. Okay, if I do have an update for you, I will give that. Hope you enjoyed the fire, and we will see you on the next video, which is installing my Victron 1212 50 amp power converter. Alright, we'll see you later.